Prêt pour le défi? We're about to get underway here at the 2013 Axios Euro Cup, the women's game, the women's final, featuring the France national team and the European Crusaders. Crusaders do their final team huddle break, and we are about to have a game on our hands here. Umpire is about to ball it up. The two ruckmen will both compete for the ball in the middle of the ground. And the umpire blows the whistle, and there goes the siren. And as you may have noticed there, France got the first point. The Crusaders are kicking out of defence now. France going in very hard here. France have a very small, short team. The Crusaders seem to have the height. And I think France have the numbers and a bit more skill in their pocket. So that might see them get over the board, get over the line. France kick it forward into their forward line again. Handball out, but there was a push in the back there. The umpire didn't see it, called played on. Everyone's going in very, very hard. Probably a lot harder than most of the men's teams. The umpire will ball it up, very close to France's goal. Two girls go at it. Get it down. French, they're all facing away from me, so I can't actually see any of the numbers. But there's a big pile of them going in, surrounding the ball, and the umpire calls ball up. The umpire throws it up. France hits it forward. The Crusaders clear it out of the back line. There's only a couple of players there. Oh, the French girl. Very, very quick, very classy through the centre there. Takes it, but again, it's held up. The umpire calls the ball up. Number 40 for France. Gets that handball out and gets it back, but wasn't expecting it, so dropped it. Passed it out. The Crusaders get it, and it's a big tackle from behind. The Crusaders girl is not happy about that. Number 19 for the Crusaders. Again, it's not on my list. That's it. The umpire has reversed his decision controversially and has given the free kick to France. That surely is a free kick, umpire. The Crusader girl was going back, not looking at the ball, and bumped into the French girl who had all eyes for the ball. But the umpire's called played on. The Crusader gets the ball out and they move it forward via number 7. Number 4 for the Crusaders, Abigail Alston, is running onto it again, deep inside the Crusaders forward line. They soccer it forward. The French girl goes to ground. She's put it on the ground. That's not allowed, surely, umpire. And the French girl has thrown it. The umpire has let it go. He is playing on at all costs. Umpire, pay the free kick where they're there. And it's deep in the Crusaders forward line. They're looking to get their first goal on the board. The French defence aren't giving them anything. It's a big pile up on the ball, and the umpire has finally called ball up here at the 2013 Axios Euro Cup. And follow AFL Europe on Twitter at AFL_Europe and get all the live updates of what's going on here and around the grounds, and also what's happening around AFL Europe. There's a bit of a throw there, but the Crusaders get their first goal on the board finally. And the score is France 1 behind to Crusaders 1-6. You can also follow AFL Europe on Facebook. Just go to Facebook, search for AFL Europe. You will find it. A lot of pictures are going up from today, potentially some video as well. Of course, if you're streaming this online, you're already watching the video of the games. So thank you for tuning in. Hopefully your team is winning as the French break out of the centre of the ground. Can't see quite what number that is. I think it's number 15 for France. No, it must be number 12 for France. Mandy Duquesne. Moving the ball forward, and again, now number 7 for France, Belanger Portal, who is also the French captain, gets kicked forward again by the French team and is out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in right now as the French look to get their first goal on the board here. The field umpire throwing it in, but there is no one there to contest the ruck. Girls, what are you doing? And they get there and they tap it out the way of the Crusaders. There's a big pile up in the middle of the ground. The umpire calls a ball up. Yeah, it's nice and sunny conditions. Great weather for a game of football. Not too hot, not too cold. It's just right. And it's still held up in the middle of the ground. France get it out and boot it forward. And now it's a race for the ball. Two girls, one from the Crusaders, one from the French team. Now there's a third from the French, but the Crusaders player gets the French girl around the neck. The umpire calls a ball up. Number 9 for the Crusaders, Amélie Rapin, will contest the ball up, and she gets the knock going forward, but hits it straight to a French player. Number 7, that was French player, Berengier Portal again, the captain, knocks it forward to a contested pack, and we now have a ball up again inside the offensive 50, the attacking 50 for the French girls. The Crusaders girls cheering their teammates on from the sideline, or perhaps trying to encourage the ball to dribble over the sideline so they have a throw in. Either way, the Crusaders now have a free kick. She doesn't seem to know what she's doing. Maybe she's a little dazed and confused from a knock to the head. But she goes back and takes the kick and boots it forward in the way of the Crusaders' goals. Number 3 for the Crusaders takes the ball, gets tackled straight away. Could it be a push in the back? No, the umpire says, and he says, I'll take that, I'll ball it up, thank you very much. Number 3 for the Crusaders is, of course, Kristen Castelli, who is now contesting the ruck. Maybe she is not. Yes, she is. Against number 5 for France, Erin Walter. Sorry, that was 5 for the Crusaders. 5 for France, Morgane Santou. Number 40 for France, Camille Portal. Assuming some relation to their captain. Drives the ball forward, but the Crusaders clear it out of the back line. Only as far as number 5 for France, the captain again, number 5 for France, Morgane Santout. There is an injury. Morgane Santout is down. The Crusaders have it and they run around in circles to get away. Number 17 goes for goal. With a dribble through, it is going! Oh, it goes through for a point. Unlucky, the Crusaders lead 1-7 to France, 1 single point. Again, if you follow AFL Europe at AFL_Europe on Twitter, you get all the live updates from around the ground here at the 2013 Axios Euro Cup. French team kicks it out from the goal square, runs through, that's throwing the ball. Umpire does not get pinned, and instead she gets up and tackles the Crusader player fiercely, as does her French counterpart. But the Crusaders come out with it and just hoist it forward. The Crusaders player is about to run onto it and it dribbles through for a behind again. Crusaders go into the lead. 1-8 to 1 single point for the French team. And the French girl kicks out only as far as 3 Crusaders, and they look like they're about to drive it back in, but no, it is picked up by the French. The umpire is letting it play on, even though there is a big pile on top of the ball now. Knock it out, he says, knock it out. The French girls do, and they pick it up. They get it out, but only as far as the Crusader again. The umpire says, finally, I've awarded a free kick, and it's going the way of the Crusaders. Big torpedo punt that comes off the side of the boot, goes forward, but a French girl mops it up for the French team. As we have a few interchanges here. The umpire says, I'll take that, thanks. He balls it up on the far side of the ground. Crusaders get a big tap forward, but it's just all French there, and they try and wrap up the ball, but the umpire says play on. knock it forward. It is still wrapped up here. The scores remain the same. 1-2, 8. The Crusaders to the French team, 1 behind. Obviously, the crowd is right behind the French team here. Bordeaux and surrounding have all come down to witness the French AFL spectacular, and what a show they have put on so far today. We thank them for the weather and the football display that they've been putting on. The French men's team obviously making it through to the grand final against the English team earlier today, beating first the Irish, who were the favourites and the defending champions, in a controversial match, and then beating the Italians to go through to the grand final against the English. The English, of course, coming through unscathed, beating plenty of teams, including the Croatians in the preliminary final to get through to the final against France. And here we have it, the French women up against the Crusaders, a mixture of teams. Oh, big tackle there in the centre. Number 1 for the Crusaders, Salmadora Olafsdotter. Again, apologies for my pronunciation. As an Australian, it's quite hard to say these names. We don't get too many of them in Australia. But the French girl gets the free kick from a high tackle, and she boots it forward to number 40 for the French team, Camille Portal. Watch out, Crusaders girl, do not run through the mark. There is a Crusaders girl standing too close to the mark, but the umpire says play on. That's fair. She didn't know what she was doing at the time. And the French girl goes bang, but it gets touched on the line and it dribbles through for a behind. France are 2 behinds now to the Crusaders, 1-2, 8, as Ben rejoins us for the final 5 minutes of this quarter. The final 1 minute of this quarter. My apologies. This half. There's a big sling tackle there from the French. The Crusader girl gets straight back up and says, I'm fine, I'll go again.
Save the jets. Not much to talk. It's too much talk.
Big tackle there in the Crusaders forward line. The French girls desperately trying to get it out in the last 30 seconds of this match. This first half, sorry. Crusaders are coming through though. It's all Crusaders out there. They pile on the ball and the umpire calls ball up with 15 seconds remaining in this half. Crusaders are 1 goal up. They knock it forward. The French girls get the run on, but there is only 5 seconds left in this half. And that will be time. That will be the quarter. The Crusaders lead 1-8 to 2 behinds. As we prepare to restart in the second half. We'll take a quick break and come back for the second half of this game. we're about to get back underway here. The second half of the 2013 Axios Euro Cup Women's Division Grand Final. France trailing the Crusaders 2 points to 8 points. Crusaders obviously kicking their first goal within the first few minutes. The umpire is about to ball it up. Blues, he has blown the whistle for the second quarter, and the ball is up. And the Crusaders get a big tap out of the middle, and number 9 for the Crusaders runs it forward. Number 9, Amelie Rapin, gets it forward, and number 19 kicks the goal for the Crusaders. And she is telling the crowd that she likes it very, very much. It is now 2 goals to Crusaders to 2 points. And the French team are in a bit of trouble here. Crusaders aren't going to let up. The umpire throws it up in the middle, but no one touches it in the air. They all grab it on the ground, and it's a big pile up. The umpire says, "I'll take that, and let's try that again, shall we?" Throws it up again. Pretty even ruck contest there. France gets it out of the middle and drives it forward. But the Crusaders mop it up in the back line. Get a clean mark and take possession. Kick it out of there, they say. And that they do. They get it to number 4. He kicks it forward again. It's still sitting around the middle. France, oh, that's a big tackle. Drives them into the ground. They're not going soft here. Don't you worry about that. The girls are going in just as hard as the guys. Number 9 again for France, drives it through, and now number 21 for France, Leah Saint-Tout, again has the chance to convert and kick a goal, and that she does. No, she does not. She just misses. It was right on target until the final second where it just slipped off to the right. Now France are 3 points to the Crusaders. 2 goals to 14. But they kick it back in, the Crusaders, and the French player, number 7, Portal, the captain, gets the ball. And she is lining up for goal. And a tough angle here. But she is a right footer, so she's on the right side for a right footer, and she pops it through the middle. That was a great goal coming from the captain. Brilliant, brings France right back into this game, and right now it is France 9 trailing the Crusaders 14. All of a sudden this has become an extremely exciting match, and again France have had the same scoring opportunities as the Crusaders, yet the Crusaders have just put that one more goal on the board. Again, the number 9 for the Crusaders, Ruckman drives it out of the middle, takes it, runs with it, and kicks the goal! Amazing! Absolutely amazing. Her athleticism is brilliant as the Crusaders again break away and get their 3rd goal through their Ruckman. They now go up 3 goals to 20 to France. 1 goal 3-9. Number 9 for the Crusaders, Amelie Rapin, is absolutely killing France. She goes again. She grabs it again. No one can stop her here. France need an answer for her very quickly. They might need to get 2 or 3 players to try and shut her down and just drive the ball into their forward line. Somebody seems to be blowing a foghorn at the game, and the players are saying, "Shut up," as most of the crowd are saying. French going in twice as hard now. They really want this in front of a home crowd. They want to win this. Here at the 2013 Axios Euro Cup, held in Bordeaux, France. Beautiful wine region here. It's a picturesque day. Sunny, barely a cloud in sight. Crusaders player says, "You're holding that ball, give me it, I want it." But the French girl gets up and says, "Wait a minute, I had to tie my shoelace. That's not fair." So the umpire says, "Look, just let me ball this up and that'll sort everything out." The French girl gets it again. The umpire says, "No, I'll take it back, please." And that he does. Number 9, again, Amelie Rapin for the Crusaders, absolutely dominating, as is the French captain, Bérengère Portal, as well as Morgane Saint-Tout and Léa Saint-Tout. The sisters are definitely dominating today for the French, as they should be. And the French team desperately want to get some more goals on the board so they can please this home crowd. Just under 10 minutes to go, or just over 9 minutes to go, in this second quarter. And is kicked out of defence by the Crusaders, trying to drive it forward into their forward line. The French girl picks it up very cautiously, kicks it again into their forward line. They have a run on here, several players, but the Crusaders girl runs her down, and that's a free kick. The umpire says, "That's too far, give it up, thank you very much." The Crusaders girl gets a free kick for her efforts. Number 1, Salmadora Alofsdottir gets the free kick. But the umpire has picked out a free kick now to the French player, number 9, which is Stephanie Durand. Not the first time we've seen her today. She kicks long and strong, but it goes straight to a Crusaders player. She taps it out very cautiously, though, gets it to the number 12 for Crusaders. She clears over to number 17. But the French get it, and they pass it around well. The umpire says that was a throw, though, and he gives the free kick the way of the Crusaders. Again, number 9, Amelie Rapin, pumps it forward, and there is no one there. Number 2 for the Crusaders kicks the goal. She could have run in all the way to the goal line then, but she decides to kick it from about 30 metres out and show how skillful she is. And that's the Crusaders' 4th. So they go ahead 4 goals 26 to 1 goal 3-9 as Ben rejoins us.
Crusaders, wow. So I've been out of the action, didn't see this coming for sure, having watched the French girls train the other night. They looked red hot. Number 2 wasn't quite sure what to do with the pill there. And the best advice would be get it on the boot, get it forward. That's what footy at this level is all about. Get the ball forward. The further it goes forward, the further it's got to go back to be scored against. So really work on that strategy, and it's something I think they do work at. Great delivery. The 20-metre pass, push back from the mark, kick long, get it forward, great hook. That's gone 40 metres, what a boot. The Crusaders girls trying to mop up in the back, a little bit fumbly, and the ball spills out. Great to see. And this Crusaders team is made up, I think we've got 6 Bolivians that play football in Italy. We've got some American girls that are in a Swiss college. Some Swiss girls, a girl from Iceland, and a couple of French as well, so it's a real eclectic bunch. No doubt, I'm not even sure what the common language would be. The common language is football. The Bolivians trying to work it out there. Not sure where that horn's coming from, but that's not the halftime siren. It's quite confusing. The French girl looks to score there. It's blocked well by the ruck woman of the Crusaders. She's battling well. certainly a couple of tall girls in the Crusaders, which I think is proving the difference, would you say, Michael?
Definitely is. Number 9 especially, Emily Rapin, is having a big impact on the game. She's taken the ball out of the ruck a few times and just gone on to kick a goal straight from the ruck. But the French girls go forward now and kick another goal. The French girls get that one 2 goals 3 to 4 goals 2. So 15 plays 26 in favour of the Crusaders. The French crowd goes wild here. The crowd are definitely right behind their girls and they want them to come home with the victory and the cup. We've got a few updates from around the ground, which I forgot to go through, which Ben will go through now.
So there's a little just break in play with around the other grounds with the women's game on. So we'll set you up with what's coming after this. For the 11th place playoff, we have Catalonia versus Norway. Norway will be disappointed to find themselves in that match, having competed so well against France, who now make the final. The Crusaders girl kicks for goal here. I think it's been touched. I'm not sure. No. Given it all clear and a major. So also updating, so in the Euro Plate playoff, we've got the European Crusaders, aptly led by one of our board members, Noel Duncan. He's doing a great job with them and got them into the final against the Austrians, which is sure to be a tight contest. In the 7th place playoff, we've got Iceland and Spain. Iceland very pleased to be in that position to be playing for 7th, having been in the lower divisions for the previous couple of cups. Finland will play off against Ireland in the Euro Bowl Championship. So that's sure to be an interesting tussle. I'm sure Ireland are looking to make amends and take home some silverware after being disappointed in missing the final and being in the top division. For the 3rd place playoff, and always obviously important, is Croatia versus Italy. Italy have been 4th placed in the last 3 Euro Cups by memory. So they're no doubt looking to go one better. Béranger from the pocket, one of the stalwarts of the French women's team, snaps but hits the post. And then of course in the final, coming up at 6 o'clock, it may be delayed, maybe more like about 20 past 6. It's the big game, the traditional rivals of all sports from across the channel, the French versus the English. And if you don't think that game's red hot, think again. You'll want to tune into that.
And players underway here again. As has been said before, the French girls scored a point, which makes the scores now 16-32. They trail the Crusaders, so the French girls have quite a bit of ground to make up, but it's not beyond them. With just under 2 minutes left in this second quarter, then they'll have their half-time break and come back on for the 3rd quarter. Again, follow AFL Europe on Twitter at AFL_Europe for all the live updates around the ground, and even here at this ground as well. The Crusaders here have a free kick and they drive it out of their back line and towards their first line. It's all Crusaders here. Slow to pick the ball up though, and she got tackled and pinned. That is a great tackle by the French girl. I think number 9, Stephanie Durand. Great tackle by her. Earned herself a free kick, boots it forward, and the Crusader girl stands there and takes it quite easily and uncontested in the end. Her teammate handballs it to her, but the handball goes astray. The umpire says, you can take the kick from here. No, the mark stands there. No, you can take the kick. No, the mark stands. No, just do whatever you want. He's not quite sure what's happening. So now the Crusader girl kicks it, but just as far as the French girl, number 8, the captain. No, my apologies, Vanessa de Grave, number 7 is the captain. The Crusaders girls continue to soccer it forward.
Good.
French girls bust out of the centre. Here's a chance, and they just miss. Number 8 again. Vanessa de Grave is getting herself involved in the match.
Yeah.
And that's France's 5th behind. Takes them to 17 points. 2 goals, 5 behind equals 17. 5 goals, 2 behind equals 32. So both teams have had the same amount of scoring shots. The Crusaders just making more of their opportunities than the French girls, and off we come for the second quarter. Play has finished for that quarter, and we'll be back in a few minutes' time for the third quarter. Underway here, the Axios 2013 Euro Cup Women's Division, and it's all wrapped up in the centre of the ground. The umpire will ball it up. Again, the score's standing at 2 goals 5-17 the French to 5 goals 2-32 to the visiting European Crusaders. So the French girls obviously really wanting to solidify their dominance of this sport right now, especially with the home ground advantage, but it doesn't seem to be happening at the moment. The Crusaders knocking the ball forward. French number 9 there in the bottom of the pack. Crusaders again pick it up, but it's wrapped up, and she's thrown that out there. The umpire lets it go, Again, that's a great tackle from the French number 24, Amélie Chassac. She takes it now. She looks to boot it inside 50. It's a big kick to number 10, Cindy Lagalau. Again, my pronunciation as an Australian isn't the best of French names. But Cindy Lagalau will go back to kick the French's third goal. But she kicks it into the woman on the mark. But then it gets suckled off the ground and goes through for a goal anyway. France get their third goal. And they're right back in this game. France now 3 goals, 5-23. Plays the Crusaders 5 goals, 2-32. And at the moment there is only 9 points in it. So if France get a quick 2 goals here, they'll be right back in front. The Crusaders paddle it forward though. They've got the run of the play. There's a bit of holding on there, but the umpire lets go again. French girl gets thrown to the ground and throws it straight up. The umpire's caught that one. She laughs it off. But the fact of the matter is, she has given away the free kick, to which the Crusaders say, thank you very much, I'll take that one. Arguing over whose kick it is, but number 1, Salvadora Olofsdottir, takes it. I assume one of the Swiss girls there takes it, but the French smother the kick and they run away with it and they get it moving forward. There's only one French girl, she's running fiercely after it, but there's a Crusader chasing her. She gets around 1, gets around 2, kicks and just misses, just off to the left of the goals for a minor score. France get their 6th point. They've had 2 more scoring shots than the Crusaders and yet trail them by 8 points. This is what happens when you don't convert the opportunities that you get. And the French girls and the Crusaders girls wrap it up in the middle of the ground. One of the French girls gets up slowly. Appears she had hurt her arm for a second there, but no, shakes it off, says, I'm fine, I'll play on. Don't mind me. And the big number 9 for the Crusaders comes in and drives the little French girl into the ground. And she says, I'll take that free kick, thank you very much. And as she does, drives it forward with a big right foot kick. That's gone about at least 30 metres. Bounced another 10. The Crusaders get it forward. The French defender falls over, but she gets back up and jumps on top of the ball. The umpire says, I'll ball that up. Again, you can follow AFL Europe at AFL_Europe. Sorry, at AFL Europe. Sorry, no, I was correct. At AFL_Europe. Follow all the updates there as they happen over here in Bordeaux and as they happen around Europe. Oh, the Crusaders just have a kick on goal and it hits the post, and that will be a behind for the Crusaders. Came back into play and some of the girls thought that it was play on. No, when it hits the post and it comes back into play, that's a behind. So the umpire is taking the ball back now to the goal square and it is a kick in. French girls will kick it in and try again to go forward and get their elusive 4th goal. Some of the results from earlier today: England and France, the men's teams getting through to the final of the men's division for the Axios 2013 Euro Cup. The plate division will be played soon with Ireland versus Spain. Sorry, my apologies. Croatia versus Italy for the 3rd place. For 5th place, Ireland versus Finland. For 7th place, Iceland versus Spain. For 9th place, the Crusaders versus Austria. And for 11th place, Catalonia versus Norway. Disappointing there for the Norwegians, having put up such a strong effort against the French in the first round match, who are now the finalists against the English, as the umpire balls it up very close to the Crusaders' goal. and they get the tap forward, but it stops there, and the umpire will ball it up again. Very close again to the Crusaders' goal, within about 5 metres of their goal. As in the background, one of the men's teams warms up. The Austrian men's team warms up for their match soon enough on this ground. We'll be calling it very shortly. And Ben returns with some more updates, I'm sure.
It's running out a bit of steam there, Michael, young Michael. Come on, mate. You're only young. Keep strong. It's a long day for us commentators, but that Coke should perk you right up. The French girl kicks long to centre half, back for her position. Dangerous though, because she kept it in the corridor. Something that they need to have a think about. Maybe it's better to go out wide and kill the contest. Great tackle from the Crusaders girl. That's the young English girl there, who I forgot to mention was involved as well. As I said, it's an eclectic group that they've brought together, and at the moment they're still in the lead. 5 goals, 333 to 3 goals, 624. Great tap by the Crusaders girl. The battle's on. There's number 9 again. She has been fantastic all day. Really goes in hard for the ball. It's a good tackle by the French girl to wrap her up and make sure she couldn't explode away from the pack they're forming. It's a little bit of bees to the honeypot here as the players get sucked towards the ball rather than holding space. Great tackle again. The tackling from the Crusaders has been first rate. Something that you can control. You might not be able to change how you kick or handball immediately, but you can certainly make sure your effort is up at 100%. The umpire just asks for control again. Keep your space, girls. The ruck contest. There's Gail, our intern there, playing for the French team, number 1. She loves her footy, and now she's getting a chance to represent her country in this special game. Oh, without the ball, the crowd cries in French, I'm assuming. And the French girl has got the free kick. And they say, go back now, take your kick. This girl at training was fantastic. There's a nice drop punt, just perfect spin on the ball, 25-metre kick. Oh, the spin move from the French girl. And kicks, dribbling, looking for a friendly bounce. Doesn't happen, and it rolls to the right-hand side for a minor score, which leaves us at 25-33. This is a close contest. A long kick to the wing. Beranger mops up for the French. She dodges, weaves, gives off the fantastic handball. This may be to her sister, I'm not sure. Oh, the tackle at the last moment, and what a good tackle it was. That's hurt her heel. But the fact of the matter is, you were caught holding the ball.
That's true. And she comes up, she's a bit sore. I think her shoe just came off there. I think she must have thought her foot had come off, the way she reacted there. She's still feeling a bit sore, I think. Stays out there. Unlike many of the men's players in the Croatia versus France game.
Wow.
My apologies, Croatia versus England game. They're all going in very, very hard out there. I know it's nice, warm weather. It's not too hot, not too cold. Conditions are perfect for a game of football, and the girls are loving it. The French get the tap forward as far as number 9, Stephanie Durand. They kick it forward again. There's a Crusader defender back there, but she can't get onto it. The French girls soccer it forward. The Crusaders mop it up nicely. Oh, that was a big, big hit. The number 5 for the Crusaders copped a big hit to the head, but she just gets up and walks it off. They're extremely tough girls out here.
Icelandic.
That one in particular, extremely tough Icelandic girl. They breed them tough out there, from what I hear. She goes in hard again. Fresh off a concussion, throws the girl to the ground, slow to get up again. I think she might have injured herself properly this time. She's still down, but I'm sure she'll get up and again walk it off. No, she is still down. The umpire's over there saying, what's the issue here? You got up after you were concussed before, get up now. And so she does. She says, no, I'm fine, I'm from Iceland. Adjusts her ponytail and back into it.
She says, no, I'm okay, and now I think there's an extra on the field.
And now it appears that there's an extra on the field now for the Crusaders. Will the umpire pick up on it? No, the Crusaders coach is calling the player back off, and she's coming back off now. Obviously, one of the rules of the game is you have to wait until one player comes off to put another player back on. So the game continues. The score's still at 33-25 in favour of the Crusaders. Crusaders go another drive forward, but the French girls get a great tackle there in their defending half. The umpire calls for a ball up, and the French girls call for an interchange. They are tired out there. 15-minute quarters takes it out of you. French girls are slow to get up here, and the Crusaders girls are slow to get up. And they're still calling for an interchange. There could possibly be an injury. No, they just all get up. And the French girls desperately want to get a goal here. With less than 2 minutes left in this third quarter, they definitely need to get one more on the board to secure their comeback and for any chance of winning the game in the last quarter. They're currently sitting at 8 points behind the Crusaders, who look hungry. They want to win this game. And as Ben mentioned before, they probably can't communicate with each other, which may or may not be helping them. Oh,
25, come on.
bit aggressive play out there.
Apologises and then stands next to him.
Must have gotten confused with the sports. I know in netball when you step over the mark, you stand next to the player, so maybe she thought that was the case. They're going again, the Crusaders, trying to get it out of their defensive half, tapping it forward, but the French are saying, I want this more than you. And they bomb it back inside 50 or 25, and there's a big mark there. Can't see who it's by. I'm pretty sure it's one of the Saint Tooth sisters. Pretty sure it's one of the Saint Tooth sisters. She kicks it. No, they needed a mark there desperately. 30 seconds to go and it gets socked out of the attacking half of the French girls. Crusaders pick it up again. The umpires picked out a free kick going the way of the Crusaders. So they'll be milking down the clock now. Yep, very slowly walking back. There's less than 10 seconds left in this quarter.
Time's going to run out here for any more action in the third quarter. And that'll be enough for the third quarter, but this is as close as you'd really want. The French girls are going to have to work really hard to win this one. It's not just going to happen. They'll battle away. The Crusaders will come together, talk in their 7 different languages, and try and work out a plan to make sure that they bring home the chocolates. We'll be back with you in just a few short moments.
We're about to get back underway here at the Axios 2013 Women's Euro Cup. France versus the Crusaders, and France desperately want to win this for their home crowd, but the Crusaders currently hold the lead. 5 goals 4-33 to France, 3 goals 7-25. The umpire balls it up, and again number 9 out of the centre takes it out of the rock and runs with it. She's done that on several occasions today and goes bang, tackles number 13 for France. No, sorry, number 8 for France. And the umpire calls a free kick going the way of the Crusaders. Number 1 for the Crusaders will take it. Olaf Dotzer. She kicks it forward. The Crusaders keep driving it forward through several girls. There's one who slipped out the back waiting for the kick but doesn't get there. The French girls get it back out, but the Crusaders drive it back in. Big strong mark by number 10, Cindy Lagalau. Again, my apologies. My Australian accent isn't the best.
We make it 10 minutes.
Back on track here at the 2013 Axios Euro Cup Women's Division, France versus the Crusaders. A few technical difficulties there, but we will truck on. Crusaders currently have the ball. They will look to drive it forward again to try and get their 6th goal of the day. France only the 3 goals, but the 7 behinds again not taking their opportunities when they've been handed to them. There is still plenty of time with just under 8.5 minutes left in this game. But that's all there is left. The French girl grabs it out of defence, runs forward with it. Number 9 is chasing hard from the Crusaders. And it's a contest on the wing here, right in front of us, here in the commentary stand. Gets driven forward again, but the French girl picks it up, tries to bulldog her way through, but gets tackled and thrown to the ground. The umpire says that's a ball up. Thank you very much. Picks it up. And 2 ruckmen are there. Crusaders get the punch forward, but the French girls are there around the ball. But it gets soccer forward for the Crusaders. Number 9 runs onto it, and this would be a definite goal. There she goes. Kicks it off the ground for her 3rd goal, if my memory serves me correctly. 3rd or 4th. And that takes the Crusaders out to a handy lead. And it's going to be hard for the French to get it back now. Crusaders lead here, 6 goals 3-39 to the French girls, 3 goals 7-25. There is still time on the clock, 7 minutes remaining, but the French girls desperately need another 3 goals at least. 2 to 3 goals to get this one back, and they need them quickly, and it's not looking like that's going to happen. Straight after this we got the men's. We have the presentations of the women's, then the men's, and the Crusaders, as I speak, get another goal, and it looks like today is not the French girls' day. Unfortunately, they obviously wanted to do it for their home crowd, but the score reads now 7 goals 3-45 to 3 goals, 7-25. Crusaders out to a very handy 20-point lead. And it doesn't look like the French can get back into this one, as the French ruckman gets a heavy knock to the back, and she's a bit winded. She says, "I can't breathe, get me off." French coach doesn't seem to hear her under her gasps for air. It's been a very physical match so far. We've still got over 5.5 minutes left in this game as the French girls take it out of the ruck and try to drive it forward. They just get boot to ball and it goes forward, but the Crusaders wrap them up here, tackle them to the ground, and it will be a ball up. No, a free kick. The umpire has said, "You have been holding it for too long and you get pinned." That's what happens. It's called the holding the ball rule. If you're holding the ball for too long, you get tackled, then it is the opposing player's free kick. There's a big pack of players around the ball right now in the centre of the ground. Crusaders get it out, try to soccer it forward, but to no prevail. And the umpire says, "I'll take that, thanks, and I will ball that up." Let's try and get this a bit less congested, girls. Let's try and move it out, get a bit of fluency to it, he says. Oh, that was good play. Oh, big play by the French girl, who gets dropped to the ground by number 14 from the Crusaders. Big tackle. There must be a few rugby players out there. There's a throw, very deliberate throw, and the umpire has caught it from the Crusaders, and it's going the way of the French girls. They need to move this fast. Just over 4 minutes remaining in this quarter and in this game. French girls need to find something if they want to win this game. They are 20 points down. They need 4 goals to win it. No points are going to help them at this point. They need 4 goals in just under 4 minutes. Possible, but very unlikely considering their tally for the day has only been 3 goals. They would have to get over double their score at the moment. And goes out of bounds, and we'll have another throw in. Again, you can follow AFL Europe on Twitter at AFL_Europe. And straight after this, we'll have the females' presentation of their cup and the medals. We'll be awarding the best player on the ground. Tweet us who you reckon was the best player on the ground in this match. And tweet us any happenings around your area in Europe or in Australia if you're listening out there. After this, on this ground, we'll have the Crusaders versus Austria in the men's 9th place match. Number 9 again for the Crusaders gets up, and she is not happy. Very fiery player, but very good player nonetheless. She doesn't want to stand the mark. She is angry. She wants to get this ball. She goes in for it again. She is frustrated. They've obviously put a few players onto her to try and stop her effect a little bit. The French girls kick it forward. They've got players around the ball. Kick for goal, and they could get the goal and be back in this match. Unfortunately, she misses off to the left-hand side. French girls get yet another point, which is exactly what they did not want. They now go to 3 goals, 8-26 to the Crusaders. 7 goals, 3-45. The Crusaders seem to be running away with this match. 19 points of difference with less than 2 minutes to go. Still not beyond the French girls, but they're going to have to rip out something very, very special from somewhere that's probably unknown. They would have never been in this situation before, neither would the Crusaders. This is obviously the inaugural women's match at the Euro Cup. And the French team battling hard, but just can't seem to beat the combination of the Americans, the Swiss and Latvians in this match. The umpire calls a free kick, pays it for the Crusaders. No, he pays it for the French team for over the shoulder contact. Now, if she turns around, she will see that no one is staying in the mark, so she can run in if she would like. All the girls on the sideline are encouraging her to run in, and she does, but unfortunately sprays it to the side, and it is out on the full. And the Crusaders will wrap this game up, try and slow things down a bit. The score is still standing at 26-45 in favour of the Crusaders, with 45 seconds left on the clock. It is unfortunately out of reach for the French team, and the French crowd know it. They seem disappointed, but continue to cheer on their team. They definitely want them to get one more goal. It continues to be in the attacking 50, the attacking 25 for the French team. It's gone out of bounds again. Boundary umpire will throw it in with 23 seconds remaining on the clock. This has been a tight tussle all day, but when it's mattered, the Crusaders have got the score on the board. Again, a lesson learned for everyone today, that you need to make the most of your opportunities, which the Crusaders have. They have had less scoring shots than the French girls. As we wrap up the last 1 second, and that's the end of the game. And the Crusaders run out victors. 7 goals, 3, 45 to 3 goals, 8, 26. Here at Bordeaux, the 2013 Axios Euro Cup. Coming up next, we'll have the presentation for the women's, and then we'll come back to you for the Crusaders Austria 9th place match here. And very soon after that, we'll have the 5th place match, 3rd place match between Croatia and Italy, and then the final wrapping up at around 6 p.m. So make sure you tune in for that one between England and France. Very rocky history between these two countries. Let's see if it comes out on the football field. Stay tuned, everyone.